Video 38. May 20, 2011. Daryl asks, it feels like the two alien races you say are here as guests are not only passing lies to us Terrans but you the rest of the aliens as well. Is it possible from them to hide what they are doing here from the Community Galactica as well? They are starting to use fear of aliens to make the world reject the Community Galactica. In saying you're all evil with TV shows, movies and mass media. If so, I think it's about time to check in on us in more detail. Daryl, I have already answered part of your question. The Community Galactica is not so innocent as to not realize what they are doing, but legally cannot do anything for a while. When in the New Age, you will know us by yourselves, and may form your own idea of the societies that will adopt as friends of yours. One thing I believe is already clear in your mind: almost everything that comes into your media and informed by your governments needs to be thoroughly checked before being accepted as truth. You also are not so innocent to believe in the stories invented by misinformation. Wayne asks, I live in the UK. I heard so many rumors that UK will be sunk under the sea, and we will have a huge tsunami. Is this true and possible? Also, this 10% of survival humans, who are we talking here? Is it the governments and their humans mainly? Or is it to be the ordinary human race which is left to dust? This is on my mind a lot and not coming through proper conclusion. Wayne, a tsunami is perfectly possible of happen by the proximity of the volcanic area of your Arctic Circle. The high ground will be less likely to be affected at first. The 10% remaining on the planet between embodied and disembodied are those who inherit the Earth. The elite that survive will stay here until he died of natural causes, but will be transferred to its rightful place for its next incarnation. They will not belong to this new society and will have no active voice in the new organization. They are on our list. Da Vinci asks, Mythi, some years ago I used to practice astral projection. I remember being able to do strange things like passing and seeing through objects. But I never understood the real purpose of this experience. What is it? Do you recommend it as a way to increase my spirituality frequency, or has nothing to do with it? Da Vinci, the best way for you to develop and refine your frequency and your aura is increasing your ability to channel pure cosmic energy. As I have explained, there are several techniques of channeling energy, especially when the purposes are for the good of your neighbor. Eastern techniques developed by ancient cultures, such as Reiki, is the best way to channel development in your current stage of brain activation. Yafors asks, on these transformers exploding several places like the videos attached showing Portugal, Brazil, US. What is really happening? There are probes blinking in the sky. Yafors, these explosions in units reducing the voltage in your distribution network is a direct result of the increased load of your sun's radiation, along with increased incidence of cosmic energy. Your geomagnetic field is becoming weaker, and allied to the holes caused by the bombing of frequencies by your government. Some regions will start to have power outages. You'll have news that some of your satellites will also have problems. Perhaps we cannot over-communicate through your computer. Batty asks, I have always felt out of step with society. Is there a way to alleviate this feeling? I mean, I believe there is more, something better, something tangible, but elusive. Always just outside of my physical/mental capabilities of understanding. Batty, during this period of radical changes of forces interacting with the planet and causing oscillations in the frequency to be changed, many of you will feel discomfort and anxiety, as if something was not in its proper place. Feeling of missing something without finding out what it is. This is normal. The only way you could adapt to these changes is to gradually relax. Try to help those who are least able to adapt. Try putting yourself at a level above it all, as you were a mere observer of events. You will see more clearly your role in this context. Fathyson asks, if aliens have been visiting Earth for over 1 million years, why haven't we been part of the Community Galactica? What is taking so long, and how come aliens have shown themselves to us yet? Why now? It seems like 1 million years is a long time. I would expect aliens and humans to be living together and sharing knowledge of other civilizations by this time. Friend, other races have been visiting your planet for more than 2 billion years. This colony was started as an all approximately 6,000 years. Before that, we developed various civilizations at regional levels that have been transferred from here to new colonies by their own developers. You come from a lineage possibly not older than 6,000 years. But you may have traces of hybrids that were as isolated tribes on the planet with more than 12,000 years old. See, only now you are about to change era. You took this time to reach the level required for this recognition as a race of planet Earth. Now because the Earth will change of age for another 200 million years. Mac asks, is it truth that reptilians are between governments members and they are shapeshifters? Is it truth about their bloody rituals? Mag, they do not change their appearance. They only work behind the scenes. The reptilians are carnivores by nature, as most of you. There are sects of your elites who make human sacrifices to date, with or without the reptilians. Your kings, queens, princes, and presidents, among other businessmen and bankers, are well aware and actively participate in these sects. Sil asks, about the FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, many seems rumors and facts about hundreds thousands of coffins in U.S. and about the many camps around, about the red, blue, or yellow list. And that they plan to kill everybody of the red and blue lists. Can you tell me what you know about that, or is just big rumors? The agenda of your government is in the last pages. They plan to expand natural events action to eliminate as many possible human disposables. Those who are imprisoned will be disposed of in accordance with the availability of disposal of bodies. They intend to force survivors to seek shelter in their units forced by hunger. So initially they will not bother to hunt down the survivors. That is the plan that we see being delineated. But we're sure we'll have orders to act on behalf of the survivors when it is started by your elites openly. Only then they will sense the strength of the Community Galactica ensuring the integrity of the colony. Mural asks, it sounds like we will be going into a different dimensional frequency. But you say it will not be fourth or fifth dimension. This is what confuses me. You are much more advanced than we and yet you are still a three-dimensional being? All our New Age teachings say the whole solar system will be advancing to a new dimensional level. Is this just a matter of semantics? Mural certainly is semantics. The planet goes into a higher vibrational frequency, but resumed the third dimension. Third dimension has societies, 2 billion years earlier than you, and you want to change the dimension already? You'll still have hundreds of generations in the third dimension. Speaking in other dimensions at this stage of events is a waste of time. You will understand that the third dimension there are many frequency levels of development. You will confuse these higher levels as different dimensions of yours. You are going to the first of 10 levels existing in what you call third dimension. I hope I have clarified the matter for you. Andrew asks, will this new era happen in the near future or is this something that could take hundreds of years to occur? I am referring to our current measurement of time. Will it occur regardless of what happens with the incoming comet or Nibiru? Andrew, the new era will begin on December 21, 2012. Thereafter, the frequency of the planet ever is another. Regardless of the passage of Nibiru, that's crossing the galactic hemisphere in the day. When the solar system completes one more revolution around the center of the galaxy. Vasiliki asks, I have heard mention of various civilizations on the planet, like the Mayan, the Saxons, the Egyptians etc. I found it quite strange that no mention was made of the Greek civilization. Could you tell me which race contributed and intervened in Greece, to make her reach such an advanced cultural stage at the time? Vasiliki, according to records, the race was started by Greek colonies seeded by Krugs. Another native culture of the Pleiades, there are approximate 4,000 years. They started some humanoid tribes with diverse cultural and artistic advances, who later formed the Greek civilization. The Andromeda Atenians were at the time of finalizing the deployment of Egyptian culture. The Krugs came here to put one seed of their civilization. At the insistence of Athenians who maintained a great relationship between their races. I want to talk to you all. Friends, I know you'd like to get exact answers such as day and time of the events detailed for all places on the planet, and some are disappointed. But it is impossible for anyone to predict. It's not like going to one of your sites and follow the route of a known comet. Much is outstanding as already explained. If the permit action for Pleiadians if the comet to change its route, all events can be changed. Do not view myself as a spokesperson for the events. I am not an official representative of the nature, tectonic movements, reactions to external agents on the planet. Whether radiation or gravitational forces, are heavily dependent on a large number of variables. It is frivolous of me to predict any specific date in the current frame. As I have updates of the information, you will be the first to know. Anyway, I do not believe that, knowing or not knowing will make much difference. The difference is that you'll really be ready in your minds and souls, deserve to be here in this new phase of the planet. Ready to welcome the new members in the new era. Make positive thinking to your planet aura. Wish to be here as children of this new era. You need not believe in me or my words, believe in yourselves. Be in tune with inner peace and to accept any cosmic event that is reserved for the cleaning of your planet. Get ready to join the 10% who will inherit the earth. A new era. With long life and peace to develop a new society with equal opportunities for all. Who knows, our children can sail together in the same crew helping other colonies in these passages in the very near future. I just hope that these conversations with so few, has somehow meaning of friendship in the beginning of integration between our races.